Welcome to the next installment of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes tutorial. Now comes the interesting part. You all will be learning how to disarm some modules. I recommend you all to refer the manual and see how it works. For educational and understanding purposes, I have modded this bomb to be in Zen mode, more on that later. So let's get started. The subject of wires. You have 3 to 6 horizontal wires. You can only find wires of colors: black, white, red, blue, yellow. The ordering of wires is from top to bottom. Based on the manual, you need to cut only one wire to disarm this module. So for the set of 5 wires, I have to cut the 4th wire, as I have the last wire black and the last digit of serial number is odd. For the subject of the button, it will be a big button which will be of a specific color and has some text written on it. Right next to the button is a strip that lights up whenever the button is held. The colors are red, yellow, white, and blue. The text can be abort, hold, detonate, and press. The colored strip is of colors red, yellow, blue, and white. The button module will always be on the side where the timer is present. This bomb has 2 batteries, no lit indicator car, no lit indicators with FRK. So we have to hold this button. The strip is red, meaning we release the button when countdown timer has 1 in any position. The subject of keypads. There will be 4 keypads you will need to click in order to disarm it. For this one, it is a smiley face letter C with a dot backwards P and 3. Subject of Simon says, you have 4 colors: red, blue, yellow, and green. Check for vowels and strike, I have none. And click the corresponding color for a color flashed. It takes 3 to 5 iterations and you need to press buttons in order like this. For no vowels and no strikes, if color flashed is red, press blue. If color is blue, press yellow. If color is yellow, press red. If color is green, press green. Subject of who's on first. The ambiguity module. It is 2-step module but has 3 iterations. Step 1. You need to tell the word on the display, then tell the word you have to see. For this one, it is sent to write the word what. The lights went out, a common phenomenon. Step 2. There will be a table having those words and a sequence of words or letters. Press the first one present in the sequence to disarm it. The sequence for this is UHHH, what. If the display is OKAY, top right YOUARE. Sequence, possessive your, next. Display is OKAY, and it is possessive your. Sequence, UHUH, U space ARE, UHHUH, possessive your. Subject of memory. It has a display number and numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 rearranged randomly positioned left to right. Remember the positions and labels of button pressed for each stage. There are 5 stages iterations in this module. If you mess up, you will get a strike, and it resets the module. Ensure your expert has a notepad and they should note down label and position of the button pressed of the stage. Subject of Morse code. For this one, you need to read the Morse code in the form of lights, and then based on the reading you need to set the frequency and transmit it to disarm it. ... dash dash dash, which is state that is frequency 3.582 MHz. The subject of complicated wires. There will be a colored wire and an LED above the wire and a space for a star below the wire. To disarm this one, you need to follow a Venn diagram and cut all necessary wires to disarm this module. Subject of wire sequences. In this one, you need to keep track of occurrences of red, blue, and black wires and cut them if they are connected to specific alphabets. If not, leave them and go down. There will be 4 panels in total. You need to cut all necessary wires for a panel to proceed to the next, or you get a strike. It is generally rare, but if you see a panel with no wires, you can skip immediately. There is a scope for rechecking if you have miscounted any wire occurrences by going up. The subject of maze, a 6x6 grid that has 2 green dots, a red triangle and a white square / dot. You need to navigate the white dot to the red triangle to disarm this module. There are many ways you can describe the positions in the maze, but you and the expert need to be in sync on how to describe positions. The subject of password is where you have to make a word out of a given set of letters. There are 5 letters and each letter has 6 letters including the displayed letter if you scroll up or down. There are 35 different words you can make, but only one word is the correct password you can make. And you need 3 columns to be able to find the word. But there are a few complications we will tackle in the next episode. Now let's learn how to read Morse code as diffuser. This here is a long gap and represents ending of the word. This is the dot flash of Morse code and this is how it looks in game. This is dash in Morse code and represented with a long flash in game. This is the gap between a dot or a dash, not between a single alphabetical letter. This is the gap between the actual letter, or in other words the gap between a single English alphabet. Let's look at how to read a Venn diagram and decide which wire to cut. This is in the 13th page of the manual. If you were in school and you were taught about Venn diagrams, amazing. But those who didn't hear, let me explain in simple terms. There are 4 ovals, or as we call them, sets. What every oval represents are given in the image. So how this works is that you need to go through every single wire and then decide whether to cut it or not. So let's take a module and I will keep the module side by side. First one is a white with a star. So let's go to the star oval. It is the letter C, so it means cut the wire. Same goes for the next white with a star. Also there is a blue with white and a solid blue one. For the sake of Venn diagram they are actually the same one. So now we have a blue and an LED. How you should do is exclude the ones that are not present in the wire. Since there is a blue and an LED and nothing else. You need to go the ovals blue and LED and find the common ground between them and decide what to do about it. So this is the indicated common ground you have to go. The letter is P. So cut the wire if there is a parallel port. I want you guys to tell me what you should do for the remaining wires in the comments. You have now seen how the modules work in game. Now you should know the strategies of defusing the bomb.